Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again today on Korea Business News Global Signs. Today, we'll be talking to Owen O'Callaghan, former bond trader, now a successful cake and coffee entrepreneur based in Honolulu, Hawaii. Owen, aloha.
Hey, aloha. 안녕하세요.
Now, Owen, you were a successful bond trader at both HSBC and ING Barings in Hong Kong. What made you walk away from such a lucrative job to go into the cake and coffee business?
It was a big decision, very big life decision. Hong Kong was fantastic, very exciting city, very exciting time trading. After that, I spent 2 years in London trading. And, in my 30s, I didn't enjoy it as much. And I started to think more about quality of life. London was a bit gray. And I started to think about doing something entrepreneurial in a sunny, warm place. And Hawaii popped into the picture.
Fantastic. Owen, can you tell our viewers about the coronavirus situation now in Hawaii?
So the situation in Hawaii is not very good. We are very lucky that in comparison to the rest of the United States, our rate has been very low. I think we've been the best state in the country. And even as far back as a month ago, we were down to just maybe 2 or 3 cases a day, sometimes even lower. However, now we are starting to see that number really increase as more people are coming into Hawaii.
I see. Now, Owen, about 25% of Hawaii's economy is taken up by tourism. And like in other places, the virus had a devastating effect on the local economy. Can you tell us what it's like for those who are self-employed?
It's been devastating. So, for example, a business like my own, where probably 90% of my business comes from dealing with tourists, and currently we have no tourists, it's very, very difficult. Another sector that's been hit hard is where the downtown office service sector, where a lot of people are self-employed, restaurants, cleaning companies. Everybody now is working from home, so those small business owners would be feeling a lot of pain. And the last area is vacation rentals. Hawaii tourism was so big that the hotels couldn't hold everybody, and vacation rentals became very popular with additional jobs created in cleaning, tours, certainly, and a lot of other areas too, such as car rentals. All that's been devastated. So it's been very difficult.
I see. Let's hope things improve. Now, from September 1st, the Hawaiian Tourism Board stated that tourists entering Hawaii must receive a negative COVID-19 pre-screening result. Do you think economic resumption to take precedence over a possible upsurge, or do you think Hawaii should just go into another lockdown?
It's a tough question. It's a very tough question. Obviously, the priority is everyone's health, and we don't want, obviously, harm to anyone. However, on the flip side, every single month that businesses stay shut down without tourists and a market to serve, it gets exponentially worse. It gets exponentially more difficult to survive. So many companies are right on the brink, and another month, maybe 2 more months of shutdown are going to kill them. So it is tough. Now, we wouldn't have to have this question, I feel, if people followed the guidelines they've been given a little better. For example, wearing a mask when they go in public, avoiding big social parties, big outdoor gatherings. But unfortunately in America, a lot of people aren't exercising common sense, and that is putting us in a situation where we have to choose between health or business. So it's been tough.
Now, Owen, the U.S. government is thinking of another round of stimulus. Do you think that the proposed amount is a realistic amount to actually help those in need?
I think every bit helps. Everybody's in such a difficult, tight situation. Every little bit helps. However, I think the situation's so severe that most people are going to see hardships right into Q1 next year.
I see. Owen, you've been in the finance industry for a long time. Based on your experience, what are your thoughts about Korea's donghak ant investors, small retail investors, as well as the Robinhood phenomenon in the United States?
As an ex-trader, I think it's fantastic. I think what the Korean small investors have done is amazing. After such a large outflow of foreign capital leaving Korea, people stepping up and investing themselves in the market, reducing the dependency on foreign capital. I think this is fantastic. Reduces foreign capital volatility. And when foreign capital does return, I think it's going to add even more value to that market. Robinhood has surged in the last 6 months, and so much to the point that on occasion it's actually collapsed, which I guess is a bit scary if you're trading a big position. So, yeah, very interesting what the Koreans have done. I think it's great.
I see. Now, when you look at previous economic crises and the current economic situation, what are some of the similarities and differences that you see now?
I think in like 1997 and 2008, terrible recessions, but they were credit driven. For example, in 2008, anybody with any kind of income was able to procure a mortgage. They could go buy property, they could start flipping property, and it led to a disaster. Now, however, this is a virus pandemic driven scenario, and I think we're going to continue to see hardships until a virus is developed. However, I do feel that this recovery will be much quicker than the previous crises we've seen. I do feel that once a vaccine has been developed, this is just my opinion, but I think that 12 months after a vaccine has been released to everybody, we're going to see United States return back to a positive GDP, maybe even as high as 1%.
Well, let's hope that happens. Now, Owen, do you think that U.S. stocks will continue to rise until the upcoming presidential elections in November?
Me personally, I don't. I think we got through the first quarter results with very little guidance from companies, and we did not see a major downturn in a lot of those companies. However, now, as we approach the end of July, a lot of companies are releasing their Q2 results, and I do feel it's going to be a big reality check. I think people are going to, companies are going to release very poor numbers. They're not going to have good guidance. So I see a big, drop coming around the corner. So no, I do not see a bull market continuing up into November.
I see. Now, finally, can you recommend any stocks for our viewers today?
Here in America, I'm following gold. So I like El Dorado Gold, EGO. I like a cloud-based accounting company that just had their IPO called Encino. Their ticker is NCNO. I am not a huge fan of Tesla. I believe Tesla is a car company with great technology. I don't believe it is a tech company. But right now, Tesla is trading in a bubble as though it's a giant tech company that's got technology to sell. So I think it's in for a big drop. That's my opinion. In terms of the Korean market, your viewers might be interested in a stock I was looking at. It's called Naintech, Naintech. They make a component in your semiconductors. As well, they're very big into plant automation in terms of robotics.
Owen O'Callaghan, a successful cake and coffee entrepreneur in Hawaii. Thank you very much for taking time to talk with us today. Mahalo.
감사합니다. Aloha and mahalo.
Owen O'Callaghan recommends Nine technology for Korean investors. He said that Nine is a key component of semiconductor manufacturing, and they also manufacture auto and plant automation equipment using robotics. I want to thank everyone again for joining us today on Global Signs. I look forward to seeing everyone again very soon. Thank you very much.